Hi, it's Nikki Jordan from Viva Jade. This is one for managers, particularly if you have an employee who's just resigned or is in their notice period. I'm in Asia, as you know, and typically after Chinese New Year, which is now, we have a lot of resignations. So we have a lot of candidates, a lot of employees around Asia who are in the process of resigning or are in their notice period. So as a manager, that can be quite catastrophic, right? We've gone through 2 years of really challenging times with COVID, and now suddenly your prized employee has resigned. One thing I would say is you need to look at from this day forward as something that is going to be very impressionable in that employee's life and in your life. You have two options. One, if the employee is a risk in terms of they're exposed to very confidential information, like some roles in HR, for instance, or some senior leadership roles, get them off the premises, put them on garden leave. Okay, that eliminates your risk completely. Do it in a humane way, though. Don't frog march them to the elevator and kick them out. Do it in a nice way, all right? Secondly, you can choose to have them on the premises, and you may need to do this because your department is small, for instance. But have a grown-up conversation with the employee. Explain that, for the time being, they will have to work their notice period, and, we need to obviously make sure that everything is covered. So you may have to put a few checks in place, but let the employee know that. If they are managing a team, then make sure the messaging is done in consultation with that manager. Let me tell you, many people don't do this, okay? They literally make the employee come in during the notice period, 1, 2, or 3 months, and then they take over, they isolate the person. So the person is a body in the office, basically, not able to send an email, do anything, talk to anybody. They're just physically there. And then the senior leader or the CEO takes over the messaging to the team. All right. My advice to you is do that in consultation with the person who's leaving. All right. You can make this a lot nicer. Managers, you can also look at this as an opportunity. All right. The fact that this person is leaving is not an attack on you. It is not there to make your life difficult. And I've heard a variety of things this week in particular from managers who've said to their employees, they've made them cry. They've made them feel like they're a traitor. They're really making their lives quite difficult. I understand, managers, that you're under stress, but the two most important times in an employee's life is the day they start and the day they resign. Okay? So don't undo all of that hard work that you've put in by now making it unbearable for the candidate. If you choose to have your employee on the premises, that is your choice. Then you have a duty to make it the most positive experience it can be. And I'm telling you, it can be done collaboratively. It can be done in a nicer way. I mediate between these two parties as well. So I know it can happen if you approach it in the right way. It is an opportunity for you, managers, to have a succession plan, to have a contingency plan, to reevaluate what your team is going to look like now, to give new opportunities to people coming up. And you can look at it as another thing. Your employee, under your leadership, grew so much, evolved so much, felt more confident enough to go on and fulfill the next part of their journey. They're going to a different job. Great. Pat them on the back. Congratulations. I was pleased to know you. Okay, this can be done differently. It is not happening at the moment. There's a lot of unknown, unseen things that are happening behind the scenes. It needs to stop. Okay, you want your employee to leave thinking that you are a great manager right up until the end. Treat others how you would like to be treated yourself. It's really important. You don't know when you're going to meet that person further down the line, and it can be done in a much nicer way.